The Mongolian grill, BD's Mongolian grill, I always just called it the Mongolian barbecue, and Barnes and Noble have both closed in downtown Naperville. Those were the two main reasons I would go to downtown Naperville. I mean, it's a nice little community, and they have a lot of nice stores there, and it's always nice to walk around and pop into the different places. But the Mongolian barbecue and Barnes and Noble were my two main draws there. I don't really remember when I started going to the Mongolian barbecue. All I really remember is this: I've just been going there for years. The comic book store graham crackers used to have this. They used to be where Barnes and Noble was on the corner, and I would go there every once in a while. That's really when I started going to downtown Naperville, was going to graham crackers. And then they moved further south, and they fixed up the building they were in and kind of renovated it, and Barnes and Noble came in and took over. Never say no to Barnes and Noble. I always stop in. But I don't remember when I actually started going to the Mongolian barbecue. All I remember is as I was just roaming around downtown, and I just roamed in, and it was a good place. I mean, you go in and you can go up and get as much as you want to eat. You go away, you leave hungry, it's your own fault. And they always had good stuff. And that was one of the touchstones for me. Like whenever I would go to the Fox Valley Mall, and then I would usually go turn on Washington Street and try to find a place to park. And I usually do, and I just go around and just roam around downtown Naperville a bit. Like I said, it's a nice place. But the Naperville one is closed, but they still have one at Bolingbrook. They have an outdoor mall there called the Promenade, and it's a nice place. They have a Barnes and Noble there too, and so next time I'm craving some Mongolian barbecue, I'll be heading to Bolingbrook. I think it's actually closer than Naperville is. And as far as Barnes and Noble is, there's always the one in Joliet, and I think they're going to be, the one in Naperville is closed, but they're opening one in Oswego. And I've driven through Oswego on the way to Fox Valley Mall in Naperville, but I've never actually stopped in Oswego. So when they open up, I'll keep an eye out, and I'll stop over and pay them a visit. They're always good. At least they still have I didn't think they'd get rid of the statue of Genevieve Tousley. She was a local author and historian. They have a statue of her sitting on a bench right outside Barnes and Noble. And she's just sitting there writing on her notepad and looking up at you. And sometimes I try to decipher what she's written on her notepad. Some days it's easier than others. Her handwriting's almost as bad as mine, but hey, as long as if she understands what she wrote, she's fine. And then of course there's like wear and tear on the statue, and does kind of make it hard to read sometimes, but I do try, and I'm sure other people try too. Naperville has grown big and fat. Its population increases each year. I can't quite make out that word. As its city boundaries reach to Lyle on the east end. And I can't make out that other word on something. That's as far as she's written.